You might have been wondering what are the content pillars and how to figure out what are the content pillars for you. And it is simple and complicated topic together. So let us break it down today in this live stream. And if you have questions, you can ask me on the way because it's a live stream. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel because I help people to become public figures. Anyone who is an aspiring public figure, you want to become an influencer, I help to become people influencers with confidence, with clarity about what you are doing, and with the product ecosystem. So whatever you are doing, you're a coach, or you are a pastor, or you are an influencer, or you are an expert in your area, you will benefit from what I'm sharing. So don't forget to subscribe, because you also cannot comment if you are not subscribed. So we will jump straight away into the topic of content pillars. What do you know about content pillars? What is in your mind about generally about any pillars? What is it? So if you talk about pillars, we're talking about building. That's what most probably would come to your mind. Let me go to the drawing panel. Here we go. And let's talk actually about what content pillars are. So, if there is a building, there is a base like this. Let me just check and see if you can see what I'm sharing. Yeah, looks like you can. Okay, so if we're talking about the building, there will be a base of the building, the foundation of the building, yeah? And on this foundation, there will be some pillars that will be holding the whole building. So I will just write few strokes like this, make a few strokes. And of course, those pillars, on how strong they are, how they are defined, will depend how the building will look. So let's say there will be some kind of building. I'm going straight away to the roof. Whatever you are building in between, like rooms here, you put furniture, it's going to be later. We start with what is actually the pillar that will hold the building. I don't know who coined this term of content pillars, but I think it's a brilliant idea. Uh, what is it? It's a broad topic on which your building is based. But when we are talking about having a personal brand, YouTube channel, online presence, there should be a reason why do you have it. And the reason is not I want to make money and I want to build business and that's why I have it there, because it's wrong approach. And you will see from today's stream that why it's wrong approach, why it's not going to lead you somewhere. Because when we say I want to design a content strategy, which is why we think about the content pillars, why do we build the content strategy? Any strategy, it pursues a goal. So the building that we are building, it pursues goal. If you don't, for any building, there is a goal. So let's say what I have drawn now, it looks something like Parthenon. You know, have you been to Parthenon? I'm living in Greece, and I go, and every year I go and see the Parthenon. It's amazing view. I love being there, and I love the approach that they took to build Parthenon. Parthenon is built in 7 years, and it stands for so many years. But the Greeks that were building it in ancient times, before building the Parthenon, they actually figured out the system of building it, and then the workers were provided with the details. So the system was the following. Of course, there was a foundation, which was the top of the mountain, and then they figured out that they will have building blocks, which when you put one into another, they only fit if they are put in the correct place. So that's how you could never make a mistake, and all the workers that were working with this content, they were building fast, because you cannot make mistake, you don't need to redo, because the design was made in a way that it only fits here, it only fits in the specific place. Very smart, right? So that's how, with these building blocks, the pillars were made. Parthenon looks just like this, and Parthenon has more than 5 pillars. It has like pillars all the way, like it's long, and it has, so I don't know how many, I have to watch and see. So these pillars, they defined how long this Parthenon can stand, because those pillars were defined perfectly, where they were designed perfectly. The Parthenon stands. And by the way, there was, in the time of World War II, the Germans figured out that they can save their ammunition and some bombs there. And can you imagine that they went on air and destroyed half of the Parthenon? So that's the only thing that destroyed Parthenon, and it was rebuilt after that. So your content pillars, they will define how long your business can be presented on the on your social media. And we are talking particularly about YouTube today. Why do we talk about YouTube? Because the program that you are watching, this program is called Project Golden Button. This is a program where I share my journey of strategizing around building a channel with 1 million subscribers. Channel or network of channels, we will see how it goes, but for now I'm building this channel which will have 1 million subscribers, and I'm sharing with you all my achievements there and what doesn't work. So you need to stick around and subscribe for this reason. But let us go back to this to the topic. The content pillars, we cannot build them like Parthenon and have 30 pillars. We need to have 5 to 7 pillars, and I will explain to you in a minute why do we need to have 5 to 7 pillars. So first of all, what pillar is? It's a core theme or broad topic that will define what your content is about. There is like a trend, you know, online, to build the content around your personality and become a niche. But I do not understand very clearly this concept, because yes, from one point we can become a niche, but from another point we still can't define what the content will be about. So you don't just release whatever come to your mind, otherwise you are not going to be able to build the brand. The brand is built for you to sell product, sell or provide. To provide product, you need to have a goal of what problem the product solves. So any product, it's a solution to a problem. So you need to identify which problem you will be working with, and that's the base we were talking before about. Without the base, without this, you cannot build your content pillars. Why do I say you need 5 to 7 content pillars? Now let me explain to you exactly how to start building them, and you will know why. So let's say there is a person with a problem, which is here. Let me just make this the size a bit bigger, or like this, I like it more. So let's start with the point A. Point A is where the person has a problem. Whatever you are doing, and for instance, I help people to become public figures, and at the beginning of my journey, I said, let me help people to to move from point A to point B. So point B is where people become public figure, and point A is where they are unknown. They are like, let's say 0. It's not correct to say 0, but we will say that it's 0. So they don't know what to do to become public figure. They have what to give to people, they have what problem they want to solve, but they can't pinpoint and understand how to provide it through public means like media. So what we do, we say, okay, at least we know where the point B is, and let us figure out which are 5 steps that they need to take. And you can say maybe 7 steps. So there will be step 1, step 2, 3, 4, and 5. These 5 steps are what is necessary to have this result from 0. So I thought when I was starting, oh, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. And I think, why you don't see what I'm writing? Let me fix it. I know what's happening. I've applied filter and it removes the green color. Sorry about this. You see? Much better. Much better. So that's what I was drawing to you. Sorry about that. As usual, I say sorry usual very often. Okay, let's start from here. So we have point A, which is 0, and public figure over here in point B. Okay, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. I'll give you my example of how I did it. How did I figure out what people need? So I thought, you know, to become a public figure, people need to understand which product they need to create. So I said, okay, so the step number 1 would be product. That's for me, okay? Figuring out the product. The step number 2, it would be they need to place this product somewhere. So I said it's going to be website. Then I said the step 3 is they have to start appearing in social media. So I would say like short video content, short videos, because they are driving the publicity in social media. So short vids. Then I would say that after short video content, they need to have their YouTube channel. Okay, and then I said also a part of this, they need to write a book. So for example, I had more steps than this, but imagine that this is it. The product, the website, shop, short videos, YouTube, and a book writing. In reality, I had 6 steps at the beginning, but for the example here, 5 is enough. Now these are the steps that people have to take from point A to point B in my case. Now the question is, what problem do you solve? What problem do you solve? Because your brand identity will be connected to what problem and do you solve and how. So the how is these steps, and these steps, they are not going to be constant, they are going to change. And let me give you an example. Okay, So they're going to be changing those steps. And let me give you which example. I started with these steps because I thought this is all people need to have skills. They just need skills to be able to build their online presence and become public figures. When we started working with people, I understood that, like, wait a minute, we are struggling with building a product with people, not because they lack skills of how to build a product, because I provide them with the skills. I understood they cannot figure out their own creator identity. So I said, okay, let me give you lessons of my curriculum about like finding identity, why I'm doing what I'm doing. So that's a creator identity. Then when we got closer to identity, I understood, okay, but what about managing time? What about uh, staying consistent? What about being clear in what you are doing? What about speaking clearly, staying on camera confident, being confident when you're talking? What about writing your thoughts down? So this is different skill set from actually, let's say, writing the book or stand or being in front of the camera. So you can be given the information how to do it, but then you have to develop a skill set. It means you have to practice to be to be the creator, to be public figure. You have to practice it. And then I figured out, okay, wait a moment, that's not enough. Even this is not enough. I gave all the knowledge necessary, and then I understand that there are more things that people are struggling with. They don't understand how to put this all in one ecosystem. So we have books, we have YouTube, we have social media. So they don't understand how it works in one ecosystem. And generally, they don't understand what system is, how the system works. So in between of the lessons, I started explaining how system works and things like that. How to connect all these things together, how they must work, all this, how those things must work. And after that, I figured out that, okay, when you know your identity, what do you want to change? When you know the skill set you need to develop, you understand the ecosystem you are building, you will need to become a thought leader. You will need to drive the conversation online. So this is authority. This is authority that you need to acquire. And this doesn't come straight away just because you found your identity. And I said, all right, so it means that these soft skills that people need to develop and the hard skills that the hard skills were including actual book writing and YouTube channel and shorts. So do you recognize that book writing, shorts, and YouTube channel were the steps I had before for people when I started? And this now is only this part, 1/4 of everything that people need. So you see, from these 5 steps, I understood that I cannot take people to the point B without additional steps. So I had to rework the steps, which started to include something different, which started to include point A, where they know nothing, but then point B, when they become a public figure, maybe like that, public figure, point B. I hope you see. Let me check. don't see very well, but let's take it. All right, like this. So that's the point B. And then I now have different steps. Now I have 4 steps instead of 5, but they are bigger steps. So there are soft skills they have to get. They have to have hard skills, actually editing video and something like this. Hard skills. They need to build their authority and self-confidence. And they need to have a ecosystem, product ecosystem. System and understanding of system building. So you see, now the steps have changed. Now I have 4 different steps. What is it? What those steps are? Those steps are not only my trainings, those are content pillars that I give people either in paid form or free form. It doesn't matter where you give those skills. So let's go and draw a little bit over here. So those content pillars, you might think, okay, I have courses, I have YouTube videos, and I have social media. So is this going to be, are my content pillars will be going to appear everywhere in my courses, in YouTube and social media? Of course. So your courses is your whatever you are teaching, maybe books, they have to have the same content pillars. So you will have the same content pillars here. It's going to be like content pillar 1 here and here, but they are going to be in different format. Up to 7. 7 even might be a little bit too much. But if you have them, if you have only 4, maybe they will be very deep. So do not focus so much on the number. Focus on clarity of your way. So remember that your personal brand that you are building on YouTube or wherever you are building, your personal brand, it shows it's a round problem, and it shows what problem you solve and how do you solve this problem. So what and how, it shows your product, okay, sorry, product. There is no brand without product, because the word brand on itself, it is putting a stamp on a box of product. They were putting it on animals, even on clothes. That's a stamp for recognition of your quality. So some stamps on the product, they would show that, you know what, this product is not good. With these products with this stamp are not good, but they are cheap. All right, products with another stamp, they are good, but they are expensive. Or there are products with other stamp that are good and expensive. And products with other stamp, they can be good in one, like in one line of products and bad in another product. So this stamp on the product, it shows what do you get. It creates expectations. It creates understanding of what you will end up after paying, after participating. Let's say sometimes it's products, sometimes it can be, you can be an activist and there is no like payment, but if people follow you, what they get. So there should be a problem that this product solves. Without this, you cannot understand what your brand is about. It's about, your brand is about the quality of the solution you are providing. And the solution always, when we are not talking about plug and play solutions, is like this cup, this glass is a ready solution. I just take this glass and I pour water. But there are some products that are processes that they require you to go through the process. Let's say hospital provides services where you have to go into hospital, stay there for 3 days. You will be they will perform exams, maybe they will have some surgery, and then you will get out of there healed. Yeah, so you are going through the process. And when we're talking about YouTube channel, it's not plug and play solution, is you have to watch videos to understand something. And in my case, you have to watch and do the steps that you learn, because my channel is educational. Now, in case of your channel, what steps people need to take to solve their problem? For instance, if you make a channel about how to live as a traveler, for instance, what people need to know? They need to know how to make documents, I don't know which country which documents requires, or how to pack your bag, or how to purchase insurance so that like it's covered in the countries that you are traveling. There are many problems, small steps, small problems that need to be covered for you to be successful traveler. So if your channel is about traveling, you will create content pillars around traveling. And now think of this, you can't include totally everything. You have to include only things that are related to your solution, because you might see the solution to the problem one way and other people can see the solution to the problem another way. So in this way, your brand becomes unique around the type of the solution that you are providing. So that's content pillars. I hope it's clear, but I don't know, how do you understand what I'm sharing with you? Help me to understand. Write in comments, and remember that you need to subscribe to write in comments, because if you don't subscribe, by the way, thank you for a new subscription. Someone subscribed to the channel. Subscribe so that you can comment, and also subscribe so that you can grow with me, become a public figure, become influential figure in the area of your expertise, or in the area of your passion. There is a process you have to go, and I've shared what process I am sharing with you, so that's what you are getting on this channel. But about your channel, now think which steps people need to take to solve the problem that they have, which you are focusing on, and develop the content pillars around this. So convert those steps, make few steps, 4 maybe steps, 5 steps, up to 7. 7 is a lot, but try to put it 5. If you can't figure out, have 7, not more steps. And those steps now are going to be your pillars, and you can create content around them. So look at let's go and look at the beginning where I shared my first content pillars. So this is how I have seen the problem and the solution of the problem. So there was product creation, there were as a content pillar, and I will now break down how it becomes a content pillar. That's, I think you are interested in it, so let me break it down. So product, number 1, how it becomes a content pillar. I can create dozens of videos around what is product, how digital products are created, how to technically create digital products, how to sell them, how to upload them, and things like that. how to exchange this product for money and things like this. Now, website, what I can do, what videos I can do around website. Obviously, I'm not teaching people to just create websites as a business, let's say, or they will create a website if they sell trucks. No, this is website that I teach to create specifically for you to become a public figure. So there is an orientation, there is a specificity here. Same with the product. It's not any product. It's not making a jam. It's not like opening a restaurant. That's a product to solve a problem specifically for my aspiring public figures. Which products can help them solve the problem they focus on? Short videos. Again, not any short videos, but short videos for my audience, for my people who I am going to help to reach the point B. YouTube, it's same. Not any YouTube, not animation YouTube, let's say, because it's totally different approach. Not gaming YouTube, not YouTube with documentaries, because I'm not helping journalists to become public figures. I am helping specific people who are focusing on problem and solution, because the work of journalists is a different work. They need different YouTube channel. You understand? It's like it's news. It is focused on analyzing the information and things like that. But what I focus on is on transformational leaders, leaders who are who want to make a change with their systematic approach. So you need to be very clear about what your audience is. You need to figure out what problem and how do you solve, and all content will be aligned to it. Not just book writing, but transformative book writing, for instance, for me. So all depends on who your audience is. How do you help them to go where they want to go with your content? This is how you define your content pillars. And don't be scared, don't be afraid, because it's going to change. So you have to stick with something. Define your content pillars and start working on content around it. And then with time, you will understand that this content might be not enough, or there is more important content that your people need to be given to achieve the solution that you have for them. That's how you figured it out. So you can see that my content evolved. And by the way, all the courses related to what I'm sharing to you here, they are going to be released on this channel for free. My channel includes free courses and live streams. So these are two things why you come and subscribe. So when we talk about content pillars, it's about the broad topics. Another thing that you need to understand is that there are formats of the content. So the formats, let's talk about formats, but this is for other day to discuss. But I will just talk shortly about, for you to understand the difference between content pillars and formats. So we have, let's say, one content pillar is how to create digital products. So I will write like this. Digital. You understand that it's products. So the same content is going to appear on live stream if you do live stream, yeah? On shorts if you do shorts, you should. On what else? The long form videos, long videos. If you, You might be doing like something, I don't know what else you can do. Live, shorts, maybe you do courses also like me. Course is different content. So across all these types of formats of content, you will have to have the same content pillar. So we will have the digital products there. I'm just erasing everything here. This stands for digital products. Digital products, if I do about information about website, is going to be across all the types of the products. If I talk about how to find your voice as an for instance, as an author, is going to be across all the content. All types of content will have to have these pillars. And when we talk about pillars, it means that you consistently create and release content around those pillars. You cannot like focus on one pillar and then on another pillar and then on another pillar, because for the building to stand, they will need to have all pillars. And another thing with this is that very often new creators, they focus on one pillar and they think, let me talk about this and then I will move to another topic. Let's say you help people with relationship and you identify that divorce is very on a question of divorce, and topics around divorce are very on demand, so people watch them, right? So you start creating everything on divorce, and your target audience is not only focusing on divorce, they are focusing also on how to solve problems in the family. Yeah, so if you start creating on topics of divorce all the time, you will narrow your audience to those who only interested on divorce. That's why it's important to identify what are your content pillars and give all the necessary topics systematically, so that people can be filtered, like, you know, through this lens of your content, because the algorithm will check what do you have on the channel. They will show to your audience, and some people might be confused about what exactly you are creating. So that's why the content pillars are important, so that you have this clarity in your mind. If you have anything to share, it's time to write your takeaway, because if you don't write this takeaway, I won't be able to see now. If you are watching it in the recording, write it in recording and I will also respond to you, even if you have questions. Now I want to tell you about this program that we have, the Golden Button project Golden Button. We are at the end of the first season. The first season, it focused on the strategy how to get to 1 million. I gave you a little bit of understanding of how do I figure out which content do I create, and in the next stream I will show you how do I understand which programs to show and which programs I should stop showing. Like, how do I work actually with the content system. I'll show it next time. But before this, showing this, I had to explain to you what are the content pillars, like around which content pillars and why I am creating those programs, so that you can apply it to yourself. The reason I take myself as an example is that it helps you to understand what to do with yourself, with your YouTube channel. So that's why it's there. Well, I don't have any comments, so it's time to say goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow for our deep dive. Deep dive is the show where we break down topics that are related to what stops us growing as a influencer, what stops us from moving forward, from winning in life generally and in the creation space. I do it for myself and I do it also for you. So join tomorrow and I will see you for a deep dive. Thank you so much for watching. And bye bye.